Let's go over how to set up this Glock 18 from Vasvarn, also known as a G18. Pretty straightforward gel blaster setup here. Let's start with the battery. So I've gotten this all charged up. Again, just plug this into any AC adapter. This one has a flashing light when it's charging and a solid green light when it's charged. That may vary, but again, charge speeds, charge rates are going to depend what type of AC adapter you plug this into. You know, I would say maybe 2 hours would be the longest it would take to charge this. Could be faster. Okay, it's always a good idea to charge it right away when it comes, just so you have a fully charged battery. And then your play style, how often you use it, is going to really give you an idea of how long it'll last. So that just plugs in right here. Okay. So you just saw I pushed it in. Here's the battery release button. And this is made so that it can only go in one direction. So you can just go ahead and just push it back in again. And you might need to do it like you saw that, a little bit of a push, because it has to line up inside there. And there you go. Got it pushed in. Should stay snug. Okay? Right next to it is the power button. All right, let's see if it was on already. It was. So this power button kind of works as a safety and the power button. So we'll turn it on, kind of show you, oh, I turned it off. We'll turn it on, show you that blowback feature. Now I turned it off. So now we're back in safety mode. Okay, up here I mentioned that you can take this bracket off. There's not really any reason to, but that is what this button is for, okay? So if you're wondering, and then we're gonna go ahead and put this on. This is our bracket or the hopper connector, whatever you want to call it. I guess I usually call it the, hopper bracket. So just you can see that this can line up all the way back. Okay, so just kind of line it up so that it's right flush with the back, and then you should be able to snap it on. It snaps on. Doesn't move, but then they've added on these newer ones even the ability to screw it down even tighter. So it's on there good. You can see on the back here it's flush across there, and that's what you need. Okay, so just snap on good. You're ready to go with that. Okay, when we're talking about this orange muzzle here, you can see there's two little cuts basically right there. Those are going to line up with these little wings. Put them in and turn them. It only turns one direction, okay? Now this muzzle is made so that it can still shoot with the blowback without catching right here. So that's why there's a difference. You could have it in either direction, but that's how that works, okay? And of course, if you choose not to, you don't have to put this on, but for safety's sake, that's a good idea, especially with the realism of this blaster. Here's your laser. So this just pushes onto a rail, right? It doesn't have any of the screw down or anything. So sometimes with those, you do need to push a little harder because they're just staying on with tension. All right, there we go. So just know that if you're pushing hard, that's why. Okay. We can remove this little button or this little tab here so that the battery will work. And then now we can go ahead and turn it on. So there's your laser. Okay, of course, again, you can use other rail accessories too. This is just what comes with. So now let's talk about gel balls, gel beads. Okay, here's your packs. Soak them 4 to 6 hours. I typically soak them overnight. Use plenty of water. Use a big enough container, because you want to make sure they're getting to that full size of 7 to 8 millimeters. They will not get any bigger than that. They can't. So in the morning or after 4 hours, drain off any excess water, and there should be, unless you did a perfect job, which is unlikely, of guessing water to bead ratio. So drain off that excess water, and they should be the adequate size. I usually use little containers like this. These are kind of leftover containers from lunch meat, actually. So after they're cleaned out, kind of use those for the gel balls. So I already had a bunch ready, so I loaded up a grenade with a bunch of those that are already soaked to the proper size. Okay, so all you're going to do here, unscrew the grenade, just with the grenade, you know, sideways, or, you know, even have the gun slightly upside down. Screw it on. Ready to go. Ready to go shoot. When you're done, make sure you remove the grenade. If you do have gel beads in there, or gel balls, and you put the lid on tight, they will last in there for a little while. That could be, you know, several days to even maybe several weeks. But it's always good to maybe rejuvenate them with a little bit of water if you're waiting that long. But several days should be no problem. You just don't want to leave the hopper on the blaster, because these will, you know, eventually the water will start evaporating. These little pieces are falling inside the gun. It can cause some problems. Okay, so there you go, the Vasvarn Glock 18 or G18 gel ball blaster. That's how you set it up. Come back and check out the demo video when we get to shoot it a little bit and test the FPS.